Look at that. It's like a hut made out of many different trees and branches. I'm just getting up. Look how cool this is right here. Look how interesting. Yeah, nothing else really, just it's them, you know. I can't explain why they do this kind of stuff. There's no way that stuff tied up like that without help. It's impossible. It's impossible. I try to remind people, remember, it's not just me thinking that. You know, I owned a landscape company for 13 years, and then I became an excavator. Well, I was kind of an excavator in my own business, and then I really became an excavator. And I've been breaking and ripping stuff down and building rock walls, and I just know what stuff looks like. Let me see. There's a skull right there or something. What is that? Some kind of bone. I found it interesting. Above the bone, there's a branch hanging there with a rock in it. See? It's weird. Still trying to get up to the first. I didn't realize how steep this is right here. I mean, it's steep. It's open, but this is the steepest hill I've had to go up in a while. Missed my forest. That's one thing about the best forest situations. I'm walking up this stuff. I like this because you're completely engulfed in here. There's no in or out. Like if you're looking at me from the road, you can't see this. And it looks like you can see it. That's the cool part about here. I was deceived big time by this area. All right, so I'm trying to make it up to that boulder I was zooming in on. Give me a second. All right, there's my first boulder. I am freezing right now, and I'm pretty dressed. I mean, I got a hat on, I got a sweatshirt and a jacket. I'm walking up this hill. I should be sweating, but the air is so cold. Even though it's in the 40s, I can't explain it. I am freezing. So anyway, look at this right before the boulder. I had huge vibes on that boulder. You gotta believe me, you guys, it doesn't happen that often. When it does, it's so strong. I know. I couldn't see any of this. I did notice a couple of the old things in there. I'm curious what it looks like on that boulder. Look at this. Oh, I got some good rocks there too. I like this. See how this comes underneath. This is all them. It's all structured right in front here. You know, if this was in the forest and it was only pine trees, it would be beautiful. You know, you'd be able to clearly see the structure. Here, they don't remove the branches. I don't think the branches fall off. Even over long periods of time, these branches stay. Look, you see how twisted? Look at that twist. They did that with it. The wind's really coming in. It's so windy, you guys. I mean, it's dangerous, actually. Because if anything happened, you'd be hypothermic really quickly, especially if you broke a bone. I don't know if I would do it either. Even though my car isn't that far. It'd be a tough fire to light, and look at this trail. This is a tough spot to find too, because it all looks the same. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm at my boulder. I didn't get to the top side of it yet, but an awful lot of sticks in there. There's some more of that stuff. Look at that. There's more of it. The only thing I can think of is if it's some kind of like, you know, I don't know, like stalactite type of situation, even though it's not stalactites, but it's forming over long periods of time or something. That's all I can think of. See these structures? They do it all through here. It's really hard to see, even on the camera. But you know, this is them. This is them blocking this way up. Oh, there's bones in there too. Boulder. Looks like a little footprint. A little something. I mean, something walked there. I'm gonna keep going. Wow, I don't know. I might go to this place called the Gates of Lador. It's a drive from here, but it's not all that far. It's supposed to be really cool. And I think I can get over to those cliffs. But basically, my problem is here. You can't tell when you're looking in here, but once you're in this ravine trying to get out of here, I see all their signs. And by the way, for people that don't know, my last video, we got all kinds of really good pictures out of this mountain from the road. So that's what I'm doing here. Oops. And my biggest problem right now is being able to walk up this hill. So steep. It's so steep. And maneuver around here. I do feel like I'm walking kind of on a path, on a 70-degree angle. I haven't seen anything or heard anything at all. And this is where they were kind of like, stop, look up here, this is where we are. Like, it's okay here. Stay away from the Petroglyphs, you can talk to us. That's what I got yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm not walking the top of that mountain. Not here, not without X's. There's my car. So that was only, honestly, that took me, I've been in here for a half an hour. It hasn't been a big deal at all, except the workout going uphill. All right, give me a second. You know, you can walk all over these hills. They just move away from you. They always keep this 100-yard thing. It's more like 150 feet distance. And they seem to do it in a circle. Now, in a way, I swear I'm following old footprints. In a way, that's good because, you know, I always know where to look typically, which is not near me. I'm looking. I think I walk by them sometimes, but that's an interesting rock. I'm not that far from the top. So I ordered a new monopole. It has a tripod on the bottom. So when we're doing this, we can get some good, hopefully get some good zooms. I'll tell you, that big boulder is tempting. There's one thing I have no question about. It's that everything that lives in this valley is very aware that I'm here. Look, it's an old footprint. You can see, because I'm doing the same thing. There's no doubt. I followed them all the way here. They were made quite some time ago, but when this was soft, this is frozen now. But you can see my feet would normally make a footprint. It's pretty soft, I think, here in the summer. Another boulder. Tell you, it starts to get interesting right up here. Kind of like that. Say one thing about up there, if all else fails, would be the view. It's so windy. There was a fire here a long time ago. Here's one of the reasons I might have to come back here a different day. I'll show you why. It is so windy up here. It's unbelievable. I'll show you. It's right there. It's 50, 60 miles an hour. And it shows you what a tree does up here. Nothing. Okay? It doesn't break branches. It doesn't bend itself sideways and then intertwine itself with other trees. Watch this. So windy up here. Balanced, oh my goodness, I'm actually getting blown. Wow. camera is getting blown even in the wind. I think it's a great time to try to film like that because it's the weather and it's so hard. Whew. Look at this canyon. I'd love to be here. That's hurricane force right there. Holy moly. I'm not even kidding. Oh my God, that was crazy. Almost as crazy as the needle I just sat on. Holy moly, is that cold. Whew. I hope the camera can get an idea of that. That's ridiculous out there. I tried. You guys, today, there's no way to go to the top of that mountain and investigate or do anything with this kind of wind. You literally are getting blown. You have to like walk with the wind. If you stand like still, you get blown over. You have to take a step to. This spot interests me. You know, I want to do some tripoding. Like, you know, not necessarily, I'll use this as an example, but, you know, like I'll leave a tripod right there, you know, for a half an hour. I'll have better spots to do it on, but, you know, just to give you an idea and just, let's just see, you know, I'll review most of the footage. I won't waste your time. But I think it's a great way to get, you know, even if something's invisible, you can see them. Typically. There's no way, I mean, I don't believe any of them are sitting up on that ridge right now with this wind. There's nothing in this world, and I am using my human common sense, but there's nothing in this world that could enjoy that wind. It is so cold. Oh my goodness. So cold. This area was awesome. I mean, it's so cool as you walk through here. I didn't really film it completely because of how steep it is here, so it's really hard for me to keep a steady video. Going down easier, but going up hard. You know, of course, in all of that, there's an inside. Trail to trail, from structure to structure. But like I said, it's a little bit too crazy with the wind. I won't be able to talk to the camera and enjoy myself at all up there. And probably miss just about everything, so I figured I'll walk to the top of that another day. Wait for a nice sunny day and go up there. I don't care if it's cold, but I want it to be windy and sunny. It could be 20 here as long as the sun's out. I'm checking the other side of this on the way down. Just looking for anything unusual. To me, that's unusual. I'll tell you, these junipers don't die much. They're very hardy. That's why they're here, because they can live anywhere. Evergreens are typically, I think, is it white pines? White pines are a little temperamental, from what I understand. You know, they have to have just the right amount of sand versus topsoil type of thing, or dirt, and they do need their water. So you'll see a lot of white pines like in the Carolinas and stuff, but here it's got to be juniper. Look at that. Wow. All right, so I'm just excited to see something. It's so blatant. You guys, check this out, right? The path clearly comes out here, right? It cuts through all of this little world. There's like a little mini world in there. And then it comes through here. The first thing I notice is this branch, right? Then I see dirt, and then I see that. Look at that. I mean, something has very, very heavy stepped on that. And if you look very carefully, it looks like they had dirt on the bottom of their feet. See that? That thing is in the ground. No joke. Look at that. You got to look for things like that. Is that going to make everyone go crazy on the internet? No, but boom. I mean, he looks like he does it on purpose. They walk right through here. This is such a great spot. That's his world. He probably does this a lot, you know, like right here. Like when I was there the other day, he's probably like this. You know, look at this idiot. And if you don't move, even if you're not invisible, you could look at me from that car for the rest of your life. Speaking of that, let's make sure they're not in my car. You guys see the Bigfoots in my car? It's amazing. I don't think that in the backyard Bigfoots, they go in my car all the time. So like they pretend to drive like little kids. It's the funniest thing. I have really good pictures of that from Lisa. Really good ones, you guys. Just look on Colorado Bigfoot. People are like, I'll say that, and people are like, where do I look? I'm like, listen, I can't tell you again. Colorado Bigfoot, Facebook. Don't send me a message, okay? Unless the world's ending. But just look at the photos. Go to Colorado Bigfoot, click on photos, and just start looking. Don't stop looking, just keep looking. There's thousands of pictures there, and not one of them is boring, in my opinion. You guys notice every time I mention Colorado Bigfoot, I have to yell. Oh, I got a nice little wind-free spot here. It's so good up in here. I wasn't able to get in there. It's just really, really steep in there. I'd have to come up here, go that way, and then come back and walk down through it. Over now.